Teacher, if you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Today this is the Saturday morning live stream to let everybody know that we do live streams here on Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central, Sunday at 10 o'clock Central, Tuesdays and Thursdays are at 5 o'clock p.m. Okay, Central. And we're going to go with that. The wife is saying that I should do every day. What do you guys think? Okay. As we're waiting for some of the people to come on, we got new background that the wife was playing around with in the graphics part of Restream. So I got a nice, that's over there, over here. Nice UFO for everybody and a planet and all kinds of things going on for the live stream today. So I missed out on the Wonderland platform from last time, and I apologize. I got caught up in everything that people were talking about and stuff like that. So let's start off with Wonderland. Okay. Okay, get the cards on shelf here. Domino's wandering around here. Caesar's on the couch. Sleeping with Mom on the couch. And the wife's doing the technical part. Technical assistance, I guess you could call it. So let's do Wonderland. I forgot about that last week. Of course, I forgot. I'm not entirely sure what Wonderland is. Okay, I know it's something to do with the new online avatar thing type of thing that's out there. So let's have a look at Wonderland. Did the cards here. Health-wise, it seems okay. They got over some hurdles that they were going through just recently, but they're holding on to old ideas that do not work, and this is going to be affecting them financially. Okay, so making some money with this one may be a little scarce for the next little while. Okay. And it may be taking quite a bit of time as they go through all the hurdles and stuff associated with running this type of business. But it seems that they have the right people in place to make it go forward for the foreseeable future. They will get worldwide acceptance. Okay, it's going to be a worldwide thing for this one, not just a certain geographical location on the map. And overall, I believe they're going to be doing just fine. It's just not for quite some time. Okay. Yeah, we already got some people here. Hello, everybody. Awesome. So that was Wonderland. Nothing wrong with the project. I think they're going to do just fine. And I think another one that we missed from last show was FEG, Feed Every Gorilla, I think it stands for. And then we'll do one of the questions in the sidebar here. And there's Domino. He's getting all excited because Daddy's doing a live stream. So FEG. Which is, I think, another one that I forgot last stream. So I'm making sure that I get to it today. Okay. Health. Oh, we got the tower on that one. I'll just show you. Okay. Means ruin, destruction, things falling apart on them. Okay. And then we got the this wonderful card. Okay, means Domino wants some BTC. Yes, he does. Uh, this is sleepless nights, worrying about situations, that sort of thing. And I think it's connected to kind of the backstabbing that's going on behind the scenes, because that's the next card in line, talking about people not being good to one another. Okay. And some of the leadership of FEG is uh, having sleepless nights for the next little while as they resolve some of these issues. So health-wise, it's not the greatest right now. Okay. Money-wise, the same sort of thing, because it kind of leads into one another. Making money with this one may not be for quite some time. I'm getting the feeling that FEG as a whole is fine. They're just having a really rough time at the moment. Even now, cryptocurrencies are going up quite a bit in the last 2 days, which is awesome. I think there may be another little crash coming up, but I think that's going to be it for the next while, as governments around the world are presenting their jobs numbers and the money that they made in the last year, especially with the cookie mandates going on right now. And of course, the truckers and all that other wonderful things going on in the world. So that was FEG. Not a bad thing to get into. Not, of course, not financial advice, of course. I'm not allowed to do that, but it's just my thoughts and feelings on it. It's okay. I'd rather put my monies into Bitcoin for the next foreseeable time period. Okay. So somebody was asking, will Tdrop overtake Tfuel in value? Yes. No cookies for me either. It's been tough for not having those cookies, getting around and doing things around, especially here in Winnipeg, where it's pretty strict lockdowns and stuff for everybody. Not as bad as Quebec, but we're up there. I'm pretty sure that those will be those mandates are going to be waning very, very soon. Good morning, Patty. Nice to see you. So we're going to look at Tdrop versus Tfuel. I think Tfuel or Tdrop has a long distance to go to overtake Tdrop, excuse me, has a hard time and a long road ahead of them to overtake Tfuel. Even now, I think Tdrop may be a little bit better than Tfuel. Too many T's around here. But I think the position that they're at now will probably hold for the next 3 months. Okay. And we have Mala with all of his trucks on the side. nice logo that he's brought up. I know the Americans are starting their convoy. They're competing with the Canadians, which is not a bad thing. I like competition. They're going to be going big, as Americans like to do, and show us Canadians how it's done. So I'm hoping that they can do that, and then the Canadians can come back and try to be bigger than the Americans, and hopefully we have this back and forth between the different countries. It's a nice competition to have in today's world. So the truckers, I think, should be using Bitcoin of some sort for funding their efforts. Okay, let's look at Audius, which is next on the list. Yeah, we got lots more snow here. Hello, Tang. Thank you for joining us. It's a good thing I'm on a week holiday. I don't have to dig out my work to get into work. It's a very large building where I work. It's a manufacturing plant. I'm not going to say the place that I work, but it's quite large, and there's a lot of snow to dig outside. So it's a good thing I'm not at work this next week. So we're looking at Audius. Ooh, it seems this is going to be for the next 3 months. Okay, I just have to stress that. In that 3 months, the health of it is going to be collapsing a little bit, and the money's coming from it. It's a right mix. They're overcoming things, but it's going to take time for it to really go up as people are hoping for. Okay, because they got a whole bunch of things to sort out within their team itself. And it just takes time for it to pick up steam and get going again. So Audius is going to be just fine after that 3 month part. Thank you, Boris. You're welcome. See, do you guys think I should do a daily live stream? As I have a cup of coffee. Boris is from Russia. Thank you. Love from Canada. He says Russia with love. So, the next one, strong notes, which was another one that somebody had asked about. Dude, Ivan T. Dev says, do them when I can. So would you like to see me go daily? I can do it daily. Just a little bit more work. Okay. So I'm not opposed to that. I know the wife has been saying that I should, and she's always correct on these things. So always listen to your wives, gentlemen. You can do a 3-card reading for me. Yes, I can. Right after we do Audius here. We just did Audius. It's strong nodes. Okay. So strong nodes. The health of it is doing just fine. A lot of things that were holding back are now diminished to nothing. A lot of the hurdles that were plaguing the price of it are diminished as well. We have the death card upside down. There's some magic going on behind the scenes, okay, to make this happen. But it's going to be a bit of a journey, okay, in the next 3 months for that price to really take off. And again, it's politics within the group itself. So strong nodes will be just fine going forward. It's just going to have a couple hurdles that it has to go through. Yes, Patty, happy wife, happy life, and they're always correct, right? So let's do that 3-card reading for Boris here. Just give the cards a bit of a shuffle. And we got the cats to the side. They're cleaning one another. The brothers, when they're not fighting, they're cuddling with one another. So And now they're fighting. So, okay, boys. Not during the live stream. So we're doing a 3-card spread for our friend Boris. he just got over some hard situation that was around him, and everything that is going to be coming up good for him, because he went through this situation not that long ago. He went through it. Now he's coming out the other side of that, and it's I think something to do with either business or a job situation. So he's going to be getting through some difficulty that he had at work. He worked hard to have his word known to the people, and it's going to be paying off. Okay, hopefully that helps you. Klamos Pro says, have a great day there, buddy. Maybe he's Canadian like me. Rosie would like a 3-card spread. No problem. Inverting my cards is not a good thing. So the question still remains, would you like me to do daily? It'd be on the week. It'd be 5 o'clock after I get off from work and before supper. That's 5 o'clock p.m., Monday to Friday. Or not. And Saturday, Sunday would remain the same. So we're doing a 3-card spread for Rosie. Forget sidetracked. There's going to be some type of friendship developing from somebody that you were at odds with. Okay. And the odds with this other person was something to do with financial situation that's around you. And there's a female energy that's attached to that. So you're going to be making peace with somebody because you had a difference of opinion on finances. Okay. So you're going to come out of that and you're going to be pretty good friends. Okay. I'm hoping that helps you. Nice hair, mate. Oh, thank you. And Boris says, thank you very much. The crypto is the future. Yes, it is. Somebody's saying, yes, do daily, but take time off sometimes for yourself to recharge. That's good advice. Okay, for everybody. Rosie says, thank you. You are welcome. I'm hoping that helps you. Right now, we're going to do Thor Coin. It's a coin that I did a reading on almost 2 years ago, and it was okay at that time. Let's see how the next 3 months for Thor Coin is going to be doing. It kind of fell out of the public eye in the last couple years. It was up. Everybody was talking about it. Then it disappeared for quite some time. So let's look at that Thor coin. Somebody was asking. Not bad cards. Gotten over some things within the group itself. Always with the politics within groups can do horrible things within a group, even though they have the best of intentions. Okay, this is related to Thor Coin. Politics can ruin a good thing. Okay, always. So we're going to see a lot of the people that were to that naughty things within the group kind of going away or told to go away. And I think after that, the money is going to be coming up a little bit, not a lot, in the next 3 months. And the health is going to be shaky in that time period. Okay. What is GM? That's the second person that has asked GM Andre. Thank you. Clamus, he agreed with me. I guess that's with the Thor. So, what coin do you suggest? You are the person I can trust. Ooh, I don't know if you can trust me. I always go with Bitcoin, especially right now as everything's twisting and turning and all that around the world. If you're paying attention to everything that's going on in the world. GM means good morning. Now I know. And good morning to you, MH. Good morning to everybody. Thank you. Where was I? I can't remember. But yes, I go with the Bitcoin. Every time I've switched out Bitcoin into something else, I've always lost money. Every time I just keep the Bitcoin in the Bitcoin, we do just fine. So I think that's a lesson. You can get short-term gains from a lot of the small coins that just come out of nowhere. And I do know people that do that. Okay. But they do it where they have their buying trigger and their selling trigger. And they know, of course, every coin goes through this. When it first goes on the exchanges, pops up. It's the pump and dump thing. And they sell at like 15, 20, 30% above what they put in. And they put it back into Bitcoin. Okay. If you have the stomach for that and you can be quick on the trigger on those things, you can make quite a bit of money. We just did Thor Chain. Thank you. So what's the next one we got? Looking at my list of coins for today. We did Thor. Now we're doing Depo. Okay. And we got a lot of coins I missed in tomorrow's episode. So stay tuned for that. Tomorrow's show. So we're looking at Depo. Don't know nothing about that one. So let's have a look. Jeremy was saying just look for undervalued coins and wait for the pump. That's exactly what they do. Okay. And they make lots and lots and lots and lots of money with that system. Okay. I'm not saying that everybody should do that because it takes a certain personality type to really get that perfectly. But I do know millionaires in the crypto world that do that. Okay. Excuse me. So this is Depo. This is the last one on the list for today. The coins I'm supposed to be doing. Then we can go wherever you guys want to go. We got the death card in the health part, and it's right side up. It's teetering. Okay. And I think that they're either going to have to change everything, the direction that they're going. Okay. or ruin is going to happen to them coming up. And that's happening in the financial part of it. It's not looking too great for the next little while. And they got new partnerships, and a lot of things are falling on their face for them. So this may be a coin that you may maybe just decide that put that amount of money into Bitcoin, which would be a lot better. Okay, just my 2 satoshis on the subject for that one. Okay, now we can get to everybody's what people are asking. Stop limit orders will save you. That's exactly what they do. If you know anything about trading, which I don't, I know a little bit about how to do trading. I went through some of the classes. Stop orders are a godsend. Shape Shift Fox. Okay, I've never heard of that one. And then we got Icon after that. Hey, we got somebody from DLive. Awesome. I was wondering if that was working. I have it hooked up. Okay. But it hadn't been working because of some technical things in the back part of Restream. That's what I'm using to stream out live to many different places. And I didn't know if DLive is working properly. So, hey, that's confirmation that that part is working. Awesome stuff. We're doing Shape Shift Fox. Overall, I think it's okay. There's going to be in the next 3 months. I think they're going to be wavering in the next little while. Health wise, they're going to be struggling for the next little while. But money wise, anything things that are attached to this platform are going to do just fine. They're overcoming a lot of the hurdles that were part of their game plan, and they're going to be overcoming those and having the right people involved with the platform to make it go forward. It seems in the cards that they were having trouble with personnel and going forward, good programmers, promoters, and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Overall, I think it's going to do just fine. It's going to seem kind of crappy for the next little while, and then it's going to be picking up. Okay. So nothing wrong with the platform. Okay. They're just going through a transition right now, fixing things and making things good for the next little while. And now we got Icon, something I haven't talked about for quite some time. I've Idvindev, I think is the name of the person. He's giving us a lesson on how to do trading. He's correct. So we're doing Icon. There's a secret organization that's attached to this one, and it's going to be headed up by somebody who's, how would I say that? Influential. Okay, that a good portion of people will know. Okay, and it's going to be getting rid of some of the nefarious parts of that platform. And there's going to be a bit of a celebration in the next little while as they make some breakthroughs. The money, as all this is going on, is going to be okay. Of course, it's going to go up with the Bitcoin price and all that, and follow that because Bitcoin is the magnet for all cryptocurrencies, pretty much, unless you're getting into the DeFi and all that, then that's starting to become its own separate thing, which is a good situation. And NFTs are becoming a separate thing as well that don't attach themselves to the price ups and downs of Bitcoin, which is a good thing that's going on. The people involved in it, I think they're overcoming many of the things and looking at the more positive aspects of Icon, okay, and not focusing too much on the negative aspects that were going on with the platform. And yes, we have a huge yes on having the proper people in place to make it move forward. So no worries there. Okay. Somebody's asking, is it on Coinbase? That I don't know. Okay. It says it's on. Oh, it's on. My technical advisor has corrected me, saying it is on Coinbase. Awesome. How about BAT? It's one that I use as well. Robert says, hello, hello. Just looking outside, we got quite a bit of snow here in Winnipeg. We had a lot of, yesterday wasn't snowing, just really cold. We had some protesters starting at 6 o'clock in the morning here around our government buildings here with all the trucks and stuff yesterday. Unfortunately, I couldn't go because I was working, but it seems by the video footage, of course, which is not on YouTube, sad. You got to get all these updates on TikTok and some Facebook groups and stuff, sneak it around, getting your proper information about things. And it seemed very, very big. A friend of mine was at that protest yesterday, and I'm going to be meeting with him on Tuesday. So I have to get the lowdown from him on what went down. So, BAT. Basic attention token, I think we're talking about. Health-wise, it's fluttering in and out of reality. I think it's good, but I don't think it's going to be the top thing for the internet money. BAT kind of works if you have a wallet set up with your YouTube and your Facebook and all that. People can donate to you from that. And I think that's going to be waning in the next little while as new systems come online to make it a little better. And people are starting to fall away from YouTube and the bigger platforms that are out there. I'm not sure on how it works with the brand new ones. But overall, I think it's going to be just fine. It's not going to be the huge thing that people were expecting it to be. Just because I think people's attentions are on other things right now. But overall, it's fine. It's just not going to be the huge thing that people were hoping it was going to be. Okay, for the next 3 months. Things change very, very quickly. GALA. It's a gaming coin. Heard of that one? Never used it yet, but so who do you think is going to be the new leader of Canada? Because Trudeau he's done. For all the Canadians out there, or people who follow Canadian politics, who do you think is the new leader of Canada? Let's see what we get in the chat. And we're doing GALA coin as we're waiting for people to respond to that. And I have a cup of coffee or a sip of coffee here. Meow. Domino's talking in the background. Having a good old time. So GALA coin, the health of it is okay. Nothing to write home about. There's some good influences coming into that project itself. The money is, it seemed that it was going to be dying. Okay. And I think it's going to be resurrected in the near future. Something they did with the actual game is going to make a huge difference at how they go forward. And it's showing up in the cards that they have just switched directions, basically, with the where the game and the coin are going. They were going one direction, and it wasn't working for whatever reason, and are going to be changing that to make it much better. So when that transition happens, things are going to be picking up. But of course, these things take time. But they've made some definite decisions to benefit the platform itself going forward. So just be aware that there's going to be a transition period of time with the coin. Okay, so things may look a little dingy and dark, and then it'll come back up. Okay, so nothing wrong there. It's all good for GALA coin. Robert says hello. So Elysium coin on the XRP ledger. Okay, so nobody's commenting on the next Canadian leader. Or I don't have any Canadians here today. That could be it. Okay. I wrote her name down, who I think it is. And, well, the wife picked it up first because she's psychic as well, that it's going to be Candice Bergens. Not the actress. Maybe do a little Google search on Candice Bergens, that's with an S, and Canadian politics. And she's a little blonde lady. So who do you think is going to be the next leader of Canada? I thought it was going to be Pierre Poilievre, but he declined the position. Okay, if you've been following Canadian politics at all, and if you've been following, you would know that Peter O'Toole got ousted out of the position for his party, and now they got a new leadership for that. So is that good or bad? I do pick up that it's her picking up that there's an opportunity for her. It's like Game of Thrones. Okay. She sees a great opportunity with the truckers. Okay. And as of lately, because she kind of flip flopped a little bit not that long ago, that the truckers are good. She's probably the only politician that saw where the winds of change around Canada are going. And now I think she's going to get elected just on the fact that of all the change of the people in Canada and around the world right now about the truckers. And I think she's using that. So is that good or bad that she goes into power? Oh, she'll utilize it and it'll probably get her to the top. But then she's going to make a big flip. Okay. But it won't be on mandates. I think it's going to be about some other thing. So now we're going to have another trucker convoy to get through that BS that will be coming. Probably the climate change crap going on around the world. But for the meantime, getting rid of all the mandates and stuff, I think she will do just fine. Okay. When do you think crypto will become mainstream like the internet? I think that will come about in the next 5-10 years. Okay, it's already happening little by little. More and more companies are coming onto the cryptocurrency wave. And more markets are coming and getting a blockchain representation of the old stock. So it is happening already. It's probably going to take about 10 years for everything to flip over. In some countries, I think it's going to be even sooner as more and more countries come on and make it a currency that can be used in their country with no problems. Okay. Do you see a stock market drop in April? Yes. It's already dropping now. The only reason it keeps going, okay, because the Federal Reserve keeps pumping money into the system. If it was not for that, it would have fallen flat on its face already. But yes, April, May, okay, around in that. But it won't be a huge crash, okay? It's going to do this bang, 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 bang. They can't let things crash into the ground because it would destroy everything that the politicians have built up to this point, and they don't want that to happen. So they're going to figure out a way of redirecting that and making our money pretty much worthless, Canadian and American and every other fiat currency that's out there. What is your favorite altcoin? DGB. The wife in the background. I love DGB. And Ethereum and Litecoin. Okay. And there's some good reasons for those. Thank you. Elysium. Years. Jeanway has been reminding me. Thank you. Or I would have forgotten all about that. And Peter has a good question that we'll do after that. So this is Elysium, ELS. Before I forget. Health of it is just fun. There's going to be some new partnerships that are developed around the project that are going to be very beneficial. They're ready to make the charge, but they're waiting on some things to be put into place um, to really make it go faster. I think the holdup is more infrastructure. Okay. They don't have the infrastructure necessary to move forward in a big way. So they're waiting on that. But when that starts to happen, it'll be very good for your portfolio if you have some of that in your portfolio. But it's going to take time to build that infrastructure. The thing with newer coins, they don't have the presence, okay, and they don't have the infrastructure to really move forward, and that takes time. Bitcoin's had over, what is it now, 11, 12 years now, almost, to build infrastructure. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is, or they've heard of it, okay? And so they have that infrastructure to do many great things. A lot of these smaller coins, the majority of people don't know who they are or what they are or what they do, where the majority of the people, because of advertising, okay, like Bitcoin, everybody knows something about Bitcoin, okay, even now they're not crypto nuts like us. So it's going to take some time for other coins to really take off. So that was Elysium on the XRP ledger. Everything is just going to be fine. They're just implementing new things to make it go forward. Is Justin Trudeau's real dad Fidel Castro? They do look a lot alike. I was looking at, me and the wife were looking at pictures the other day of Fidel Castro and good old Justy. Yeah, they do look a lot alike. Let's throw some cards. Let's see if they are related. Because going back in history, Justin Trudeau's mom thought, okay, that Fidel Castro was the most handsome man that she's ever met, which probably led into other things, or could have. I'll have to correct my language here. May have led into other things. Wink, wink. So, I'm not saying exactly what it is, because it's YouTube. I don't think they really care about that, but is Fidel Castro Justin Trudeau's dad? I think it's yes. The If you look at Justin Trudeau, he looks like his mom, but he doesn't look like his dad, which is normal genetically. But he does look a lot like Fidel Castro, especially in his younger years. But I'm going with yes. Right, Domino? Gene Wade Life says, thanks so much to you and your wife. You're kind of generous. You're welcome. A prediction for Cardano. 88. Okay. It's one of my favorite coins, too. I should have put that in the list of my favorite altcoins, because I do see some big things going with that one in the near future. They do things slowly, which is good. It's annoying for people who want everything now, which is most of the popular. I want it now. I want it now. But with them waiting to get things done correctly, it really, really shows. I think they're getting a little too ahead of themselves now, because they keep bringing out things. Okay, and it seems very, very quick. I think that's going to be coming back a little bit if they have any mishaps. Okay, and I think they're going to have some mishaps by going too quickly. Woo Woo Dude live tonight at 8 o'clock. Love hearing his predictions also. Is that on the JT? What's his name? Beyond Mystic. I think it's Beyond Mystic. I like watching Beyond Mystic. Woo Woo Dude is usually on Beyond Mystic. So I watch that daily, usually. With Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic is the channel. Hello from our friend from Twitch. Hello. Getting some Twitch followers on here. That's awesome. Now we're talking about... I threw out the cards and I forgot what I was talking about. Cardana. The wife's laughing at me. You forgot. Cardano will just be fine. The health of it right now, like I was seeing already while I was leading up to this, they're going to have some situations where they're going too quickly on certain projects to keep up. And it's kind of going to be falling a little bit on its face for the next little while. The money is going to be just fine. I think they separated out all these things not to damage the center. So I think they're going to have some situations that don't work out as good as they figure they would be. But overall, I think they're going to be fine. They're going to hopefully get into that $3 range in the next year. Probably a little beyond that. So it's a good one to hold on to. Don't sell it. They got some big things on the way. There's going to be some things going on within the organization that's part of that because of all the things that fell flat on their face. People lose heart, that sort of thing. But I do see them overcoming a lot of that and being just fine. Okay, for the next year. I think half the projects that they're going to try to attempt are going to fail, unfortunately, or not do well in the beginning. Okay, then they're going to have to slow it down, fix everything that went wrong in the beginning, and then come back. Okay, so not all is lost with that, Cardano. Yeah, we got that. Do you watch BC Backer YouTube videos? No, I've never heard of that. I may have to look into that. Patty is saying Woo Woo Dude is going to be on JSNIP 2. Okay. And JSNIP 2 is usually on Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic as well. And sometimes he has both JSNIP and Woo Woo Dude at the same time. And he does a really good job on interviewing people. Tucker Carlson did a piece on Fidel being Trudeau's father. Interesting. Tucker Carlson's been doing quite a bit of stuff that's against the grain of the news media. He is convinced that Trudeau is the spawn of a dictator socialist. See lots of parallels. Yeah, that's That's just about right. So what are we going to get into now? How about a trucker update? I know they're having trouble with GoFundMe with the truckers here in Canada. Somebody's got some memes going on from D Live. Big happy funny face. Hey, the wife's doing something in the background here.
Sorry.
They should have used give, send, go. Yes, I heard about that today watching Sticks and Hammer 666. Awesome YouTube channel to watch. And they wouldn't be falling into all of these situations that they've been going with. Yeah, I think they should have went that way with the funding instead of GoFundMe, or just set up Bitcoin wallets, which they've already done to keep things going. So let's have a look at where GoFundMe is going to be going in the next little while. Are they going to release the funds? Are they going to do something illegal? Because governments always do things that are illegal. Never trust government, even at the best of times. So, GoFundMe is going through internal struggles because we got the confusion card, meaning that a lot of infighting. Okay, so they're begrudgingly doing the things that they're doing. Overall, I think they're going to make a decision to give them the money. Okay, and we got this card, which is a very good card. It means motion forward, motion to the right side. So it's going to be a tough fight for the truckers with the GoFundMe, but they're going to win out overall. Okay, so there's that. And then we got the American truckers. Let's see how that is going to go. They're starting very, very soon. And of course, they're competing with the Canadians. They're going to do it bigger and better than us Canadians and show us how it's done, which is not a bad thing. Let's have a quick look at what they're going to be doing in the next little while. Yeah, there's that energy around it. They are going to be starting. And they're going to get very, very, probably double the numbers that we have here in Canada. Of course, you have to remember Canada is like 1/10 the population of the United States. So if the Americans can do it, they could probably at least double our numbers in the United States. So yes, it's going to happen, and it's going to be awesome. And it's going to be another nail in the coffin for Mr. Biden. Yep. Team Dope says, go truckers. Patty says, so proud of Canada, the start of our freedom. You know, in Canada, I watch a Facebook group with Shadow Davis. If you don't know, he was a famous radio announcer back in the day in Canada, but he has a program on Facebook group. They were hoping that the police would do something, and the firefighters and the nurses and the doctors and all that kind of fell through, unfortunately. So it took truckers to get everything moving. And that's what they do. They make things move. So the wife's laughing at that one. Do you think U.S. and Canadian government will fully support crypto eventually? Yes. Not because they want to, it's because they gotta. There's a difference. They'll begrudgingly do it. Okay. It takes them a long time to, because the only reason they don't like cryptos is because they can't control it. Okay. And when these people can't control things, they get very, very annoyed at things. They're control freaks. So cryptocurrencies uh, get rid of that control that they would have over top of us, Canadians, Americans, everywhere around the world. Okay, so they're gonna begrudgingly come into it, and they're probably Canada and the U.S. are probably going to be some of the last countries to get on board. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of the smaller countries get right into it because their currencies are really crappy. Okay. I could see Turkey being one of the next ones to get on board, and that's going to be a huge thing that happens because they're one of the largest economies and stuff. One of the larger uh, countries that would get into it, and their currency is not the greatest right now. And we're going to see a lot of the smaller countries going to decline and taking up Bitcoin as their um, secondary crypto or currency. Uh, Canada and the US, we're still strong. Okay. So that's going to take some time. How many more for CNN? Oh, you mean people resigning? 4 or 5 more. I'm picking up right off the top of my head. CNN may be huge change in leadership there, of course. I do see them having a huge facelift just to keep relevant, because we have to remember in the States, not the people watching CNN and Fox. Well, Fox is going okay, but CNN and all of those in the States are declining. People are watching more and more news on YouTube and that sort of thing. So that means they're going to have to do a huge facelift for the whole CNN. So that means getting rid of more and more people and putting new people in place to keep themselves relevant. Arthur Rocks from D Live is saying competition can bring out the best in people. That's correct. And for the right reasons, it can be an amazing tool. Okay. And that's coming from an American. Yes. Do you like VeChain? Yeah, I like VeChain. Nothing wrong with the platform itself. Um, it's going to be a while till they're really picking up steam. But I do like them. Let's do a quick reading on them. Why not? For the next 3 months, VeChain. Yeah, overall they're looking pretty good. Nothing major going on with VeChain right now. A lot of people are going to be lit politics again, within organizations can ruin things. Always a good time when there's politics. There's going to be new people coming into the fray. Money wise, it's going to be, it's okay. The health of it, very bouncy for the next 3 months. But they're going to be going up with the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Manitoba question. Okay. Hey, Brad, how you doing? Does Brant Rusin step down? Now, for all the viewers not part of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Matt Rusin is our health minister here in Manitoba. So let's see if he steps down. or is he going to hang on to the bitter end? In Canadian news, you're starting to see this shift, okay, where if you see the phrases in the news, we have to learn to live with, what do we call it? The Bud Light, the Omicron. We can say Omicron still. It's hard to keep track of what you can and cannot say these days. So, we're seeing that, can we live with Omicron? Because it's not a pandemic anymore. It's endemic, or what's the word? Endemic. Okay, like the yearly flu, the yearly cold, and of course it's evolved, because viruses evolve into a not so dangerous strain, and that's just what happened to the original flu strain. Is it may have been nasty in the very beginning, of course, and lessened its lethality over time. Same with the cold, right? And this is what's already happening with the Omicron. So now we're seeing that news change from politicians on. They got to phrase it in a way that makes them look good, okay? And so they can keep their jobs to the masses of the people. So, will Rusin keep his job or step down? Yes, he's going to hang on to the bitter end, but he's going to get backstabbed huge from the other politician. Well, he's not really a politician, but from the other people involved. And he's going to be a, what you would call a Judas goat. All the blame will go on to him, okay, in the media. As politics usually do. They find a scapegoat and they put all the blame on them, okay? And that gives leeway to the other politicians to keep moving forward. I'm hoping that. So the question does, Brent, he doesn't step down until the bitter end. And then he's going to be booted out, okay, and have all the blame on him. It's not Pallister. It's not the other politicians in our Manitoba government. It's all his fault. And you're going to see news stories that kind of slant it that way. That way, the other politicians have a free get out of jail card, kind of. Okay. And we're going to see that around the planet, where people like Fauci and Tam, which is our Canadian health minister, be the Judas goat, where you put all the blame on them and you shove them at the door to be eaten by the masses. And I think that's how they're going to play it in most parts of the world. Okay. Oh, we're one more. So we're going to go. VeChain is doing COVID tracking in Germany. Interesting. One more question, and then we'll shut her down for the day. I got talking so much I forgot the time. So, who's the first one? OMG. Thank you, Brad. I have some OMG. It's connected to a very large company. OMG is attached to something that's worldwide. And they haven't been doing the greatest, but let's just do a quick spread on them. They're kind of a payment processor kind of sort of thing. But for the crypto world. Oof. A lot of things that they got to fix. There's going to be having to be a lot of hard work to keep them above their heads above water. There's a lot of secret organizations that were involved with this, and they made a judgment that it will be something that goes forward. Even now has a bunch of things that need fixing. Okay, so they're going to be doing just fine, but not amazing. Okay, so if you got it, hold on to it. If you want to buy a little bit after you get your Bitcoin, that's awesome as well. Okay, I guess that's it. That's way past our hour today. Just let everybody know I'm always grateful that everybody comes out for the live feed. Always grateful for the people that are donating down below. If you'd like me to do a personal reading with you over Skype or in person, if you're in Winnipeg, the information's in the description, either below or above or wherever you're watching this from. My next show is going to be tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Central. Okay, so mark your calendars for that, and make sure on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if I haven't done every day yet, hadn't seen a lot of people ask about that, just one. So, so Tuesdays and Thursdays are at 5 p.m. Central, and Saturday and Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central. Okay. Always grateful for everybody coming out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.